girls, good morning all of you. Today is the third session of accountancy. In the second session of accountancy, we have studied method of a capital and P&L appropriation account. There is a two method for preparing a capital account. One is a fluctuating capital account method and second is a fixed capital account method. Right? In the fluctuating capital account method, we have to prepare only one account and that is a partner's capital account. In the fluctuating partner's capital account, opening capital balance and closing capital balance will be different. Right? So we have to prepare only one account, partner's capital account. The specimen of the partner's capital account is see here, date, debit side, date, particular, partner's name A, partner name B, credit side, date, particular, partner A, partner B. Balance of a capital account is a credit balance, so we will write the opening credit balance of a capital on a credit side. Then all the benefits for the partner we will write on credit side. Which are the benefits for the partner? Partner salary, bonus, partner commission, remuneration, profit, right? These all particulars we will write on a credit side. On a debit side, we will write drawing, interest on drawing or loss. Whatever loss for the partner, we will mention on a debit side. This is a partner capital account according to the fluctuating capital account method. Second method is a fixed capital account method. In the fixed capital account method, we have to prepare a partner's capital account and partner's current account because according to the name, in a fixed capital account method, opening capital and closing capital of a partner will remain same. So we will not make any give any adjustment entry in a capital account. We have to give all the adjustment entry like a salary, bonus, commission, profit, that all type of entry we will give in a current account. So see the partner's capital account, opening balance on a credit side and then additional capital. On a debit side, we will write the any kind of a drawing. Partner's current account, whatever entry we were giving in a partner capital account according to the fluctuating method like a salary, bonus, commission, profit, interest on capital, that all same entry we have to give in the partner's current account. Right girls? Now, then we see the difference of a fixed capital account method, fluctuating capital account method. Then, we studied profit and loss appropriation account. In the previous period, we did detailed study about the profit and loss appropriation account. Profit and loss appropriation is a part of a profit and loss account. Separate preparation of this account is not mandatory. In this account, all types of partners related income and expense we have to show in this account. Right guys? Now today, the weightage of this chapter is a 4 mark. In that, one MCQ and one short sum of a 3 mark they will ask you. So we will not doing a study of a long sum right now. Whenever I will start the second chapter, company's final account, at that time I will explain you in detail this long sum. Right now we are going to see the short sum of this chapter because this is a very important for the exam. See, come on the page number 14 in a textbook. Come on a page number 14 in textbook. Exclusive illustration. Very first, we will see the exercise sum. But first, example number 1 is a something different than to the exercise. So first we see this. Example number 1. Hiral withdraws rupees 500 in the beginning of every month. It means Hiral is withdrawing rupees 500 in the beginning of every month. It means first withdrawal she makes on a 1st January, then she will withdraw rupees 500 on a 1st February, then third withdrawals on a 1st March, right? In this way. If 10% per annum interest is chargeable on drawing, determine annual drawing and interest on drawing. See, she is withdrawing rupees 500 in the beginning of every month, right girls? So what is a total annual drawing? 500 into 12 months. So total determine the annual drawing is rupees 6000. If you will do this calculation and get this answer, you will get the 1 mark for this. Now interest on drawing. Interest on drawing, what is the formula of I interest? I is equal to PRN upon 100. Here she is making a drawing on a beginning of every month. So how many months we have to calculate that for that calculation? See here. See, she makes a first drawing on a 1st January. So for the first drawing, 1st January, she has to pay interest for a 12 month. It means a 1st January to 31st December, 12 month. Then second drawing she will make on a 1st Feb. So for the 1st Feb to 31st December, 11 month. Then for the third drawing, 1st March. For that 1st March to 31st December, 10 month. Then for the fourth drawing, 9 month, 8 month, 7 month, 6 month, 5 month, 4 month, 3 month, 2 month and 1 month. So total of this entire column 12 plus 11 plus 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus 5, these all the total is a 78. So for that, for the drawing of Hiral, we have to take and it means a number of month 78, because the word is in the beginning of every month. So whenever beginning of every month word is given, at that time compulsory you have to write n is equal to 78 by 12, right girls? Here we are writing a month, 78 month. So here P it means a principal amount. What is the principal monthly amount of drawing? 500 into 10 by 100 into 78 by 12. So you will get the interest on drawing. See this, interest on drawing rupees 325. In the most of the case, what student make a mistake? On the place of 500, mostly student writes 6000, but here you are writing a month, 78 by 12. So here you have to write the monthly drawing, right girls? See, in the beginning of every month, suppose in the beginning of every month on this place the word is given at the end of month. At the end of month, it means Hiral will make a first drawing on a 31st January. It means for how many months? Feb to December. It means for the first drawing she has to pay interest for a 11 month. Then for the second drawing she has to pay interest for a 10 month. Then 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and for last drawing she will do on a 31st December, and are here complete on a 31st December. So for the last drawing there will be no any kind of interest. So total of 11 plus 10 plus 9, these till to the plus 1 is equal to 66. So whenever at the end of the month given, you have to take the number of months 66 by 12. Let's see, we try to see this type of a sum, this type of a exercise sum. Come in the exercise. The exercise, there are total 11 or 12 sum in exercise. All the sums are very important for the exam, because from these 11 or 12 sum, board will ask the question. Remember this thing. So focus on this question. Come on the page number 30. Right girls? On a page number 30, first question 3, first question. A partner withdraws identical amount at the end of each month from the firm. Again, a partner withdraws identical, it means the equal amount at the end of, word is the end of each month. When beginning of the month is given, then we will take the 78 by 12. But here at the end of each month, it means how many months we have to calculate? 66 by 12. At the end of the year, total annual drawing is rupees 12,000. In the previous example, monthly drawing was given, and we have to find the annual drawing. Here annual drawing is a 12,000. It means a 12-month drawing is a 12,000, right? 12 percentage per annum interest is chargeable on drawings. Determine the amount of interest on drawing of the year. Right, girls? See here, annual drawing is rupees 12,000, right? So what is a monthly drawing? Monthly drawing is equal to 12,000 divided by 12. So 1,000. Now we have to find the interest. I is equal to PRN upon 100. So 1,000. Again here we are writing a month. So we will take a monthly drawing. In the sum question, annual drawing is given, but we have to convert this annual drawing into the monthly drawing. So 1,000 into 12 by 100 into 66 by 12. So you will get the interest 660. This step is also compulsory. If you will not show this step and directly do this, examiner or checker will cut your 1 marks. They will give you only 2 marks out of 3. So all the steps are very essential. Now one more thing. When beginning of the month is given, you have to take the number of months 78 by 12. At the end of the month given, you have to take 66 by 12. And on the date of 15 in each month, it means a drawing makes on a 15th date of 15th of each month. At that time you have to take a 72 by 12. Okay, girls, understand how to calculate the interest on drawing? Okay, we move for the second question. Amruta and Divya are the partners of a firm. Their capital ratio is 3:2. Now concentrate on the verb. Their capital ratio is 3:2. Amruta is to be paid 8% commission on net profit after deduction of such a commission. Again, Amruta is to be paid 8% commission on a net profit. It means Amruta will receive commission as well as profit also. But after deduction of such a commission, what amount will be received by Amruta if total profit of the year is 96,876? Right, girls? It means, see the answer. In the total profit, 1 minute. Profit is given 96,876. Here in this amount, commission and profit both is included. Right, girls? So first of all, we have to do separation of a commission from this amount. Getting my point? Here again in the amount 96,876, commission and profit both is included. But for the distribution of a profit, we have to deduct the commission, because in the question the word is given 8% commission on net profit after deduction of such a commission. So that we have to deduct the commission from this amount. For deduction the commission, we have to find the amount of a commission. Right, girls? So Amruta is to be paid 8% commission on a net profit after deduction of such a commission. So we have to suppose that total profit is 100 plus 8 rupees is a commission. So commission plus profit is equal to 108. Again, commission is given 8%. It means 8 rupees, right? And profit is suppose 100. So commission plus profit is equal to 108. Then commission is 8 rupees. Then suppose profit is 96,876. Then what is a commission? You will get 8 into 96,876 upon 108. So you will get the answer 7,176 rupees. Otherwise you can use this formula also. C is equal to, according to textbook method, they are doing this thing according to the formula. Formula is C, commission is equal to P into R upon 100 plus R. P, it means a profit 96,876 into R. R, it means a rate of interest 800 plus R. It means a 108. Same way you can get the answer 7,176 rupees. Now after deduction of a commission, what will be the profit? Profit after commission is equal to total profit minus commission. So 96,876 minus 7176. So you will get the net profit 89,700. This is a net profit. What is a net profit? Net profit, it means a divisible profit. This profit will be distributed between the Divya and Amruta. Here in the question, see, the ratio is given, their capital ratio is 3:2, right girls? But here we have to distribute profit, and for distributing the profit we need a P&L ratio, but P&L ratio is not given. See, P&L ratio is not given, so profit will be distributed equally 89,700 divided by 2, so 44,850 rupees. Okay girls? So total amount received by Amruta, her share in profit 44,850 plus commission 7,176. So total amount received by Amruta is a 52,026 rupees. Okay girls, understand? See again. Profit of the firm is given 96,876. In this, commission and profit both is included. So first we will try to separate the commission from this profit. So here I assume that profit of the firm is 100. So commission 8%, it means 8 rupees. Total commission plus profit is a 108. I want to make a separation of a commission. So 108 to 8. What for the 96,876? We get the amount 7,176. Now I will find the profit after commission. It will be 89,700. Now P&L ratio is not given, so this amount 89,700 will be distributed equally between the Divya and Amruta. So 44,850. Total amount received by Amruta is a profit plus commission. So you will get the answer 82,026. Understand? This type of a sum are expected to ask in a exam. Now we are coming on the third sum. Vishmay, Abhijit and Kunal are partners sharing profit and loss in the proportion of 3:2:4. Okay, here P&L ratio is given 3:2:4. So whatever profit will be given, that will be distributed between according to the 3:4 ratio. Manager is to be paid 10% commission on profit, but after the deduction of his such a share. The share of profit of Abhijit is rupees 30,000. Determine the commission of a manager. Here the share of a partner is given. We know that profit is always distributed after deduction of all type of commission and expense. Here the last answer, it means the share of profit of Abhijit is given 30,000. And what is the share of Abhijit? Abhijit's share is a 2. So very first, see in the answer, Vishmay, Abhijit, Kunal, profit loss ratio 3:2:4. Manager will receive his share on indivisible profit. Total share, suppose total share of profit of a firm is rupees 1. Okay. Abhijit's share in profit given 30,000. So 2/9 share of Abhijit, profit is 30,000. What is the total profit of a firm? One share profit is total what? So 30,000 into 1 into 2/9. It means in the calculation it will be reverse 9/2. That is a very easy step. We know this. We know how to convert 9/2. So the amount 1,35,000 is a total profit of the firm, and manager is to be paid 10% commission on profit. So 1,35,000 into 10% is equal to 13,500. Now here in the both the question, the word after deduction, see in the third question after deduction, right? See in the second question also after deduction. It means after deduction word is given in the both the sum, but when we have to use the 108 and when we have to use only 100, for that case remember when the total profit of the year or firm is given, that time we will take the 108, and when the share of any partner given, again share of any partner or profit of any partner given, we will take only the 100 for determine the commission of manager. Okay girls? Now Fourth question, the profit loss sharing ratio of a Rajkumar, Kaushik and Sarma. It means there are a three partner R, K and S. You can write in a short name only R, K and S is a 15:10:9. The total profit of the firm is 68,000. Determine the share of profit each partner. This is a very easy sum. Just we have to distribute this profit 68,000 into the ratio 15:10:9. See the answer. First write the name of a partner R, K, S. R 15, K 10, Sharma it means S 9. Total of these all share, all partner 34. Okay. Total profit is given 68,000. So share of Rajkumar. What is the share of Rajkumar? 15. So we have to distribute this 68,000 into 15/34. Right? So 30,000 rupees. Same way, share of Kaushik 68,000 into 10/34, 20,000, and share of Sarma 68,000 into 9/34, so 18,000. Okay girls, this is a very easy sum, no any kind of logic, just distribute the 68,000 in the ratio of 15:10:9. Whenever you distribute the profit, you have to first write do the total of entire ratio. It means a 15 plus 10 plus 9, and whatever ratio is given, that divided by the total 15/34, 10/34 and 9/34. Okay girls, now last sum for the today's session. Question number 5th, Mehta receives his share 4 times of Pandya. It means Mehta receives his share 4 times of Pandya. Here we will start the sum with the Pandya because Mehta's shares is related with the Pandya. So first we assume that share of Pandya is a 1. So what will be the share of Mehta? 4 times. It means a 1 into 4, 4. While Bajpayee shares half of the share of Mehta. The share of Bajpayee is compared with the share of Mehta. Profit of the firm at the end of the year 87,500. Right girls? At the end of the year profit is 87,500. Determine the share in profit of each partner. Same the previous sum, just here we have to decide the ratio by own. Suppose share of Pandya is 1. So Mehta receives 4 times of Pandya. So 4 into 1, 4. Bajpayee gets half share of Mehta. What is the share of a Mehta? 4. So half of the 4 is a 2. 1/2 into 4, so 2. Profit loss ratio of Mehta will be Mehta, Pandya and Bajpayee. See the Mehta share 4, Pandya share 1 and Bajpayee share 2. So total is a 4 plus 5 plus 2 yani 7. Profit given 87,500. So distribute this profit into this ratio 1:4:1:2. Share of Mehta 87,500 into 4 by total 7, so 50,000. Share of Pandya 87,500 into 1 by 7, so 12,500. And next share of Bajpayee is 87,500 into 2 by 7, so you will get the 25,000. So total of these all the amount 50,000, 12,500 and 25,000. Total of these all the amounts, you will get the total profit 87,500. In short, the profit from the profit 87,500, Mehta will receive 50,000, Pandya will receive 12,500 and Bajpayee will receive 25,000. Okay girls, today we have seen the 5 questions of the exercise and 1 question of an example. From these 11 question of an exercise, board will ask any one question. The short question of these chapters are very important, so practice it well. Today I am going to stop my topic here. From the next day we will see the next sum. Okay girls, I hope you have understood this 5 sum properly. If you have any doubt, contact me. Thank you. Take care.